Hello, Supercars in Seconds here. Today we got a real treat, a 2021 Aston Martin DBX, the new SUV, like me, made in Wales. So what do you think of this golden saffron color? I think it's really a lot of fun. You just don't see SUVs in this sort of color. The interior color is called All Dark Night, which is just fun also, very Batman. Now, base price around 177,000. This is an expensive car, of course, but you're in line with the 8-cylinder Bentayga and sort of Lamborghini Urus is going to be a little bit more, but I just think because this is going to be so rare, it really makes it a fun car. Here it is, a front end view, just magnificent. This particular car has pretty much every single option, including the milled carbon fiber badges. Even the letters on the back we'll have a look at in a moment are milled carbon fiber. Color's beautiful. This is a great big wheel, big 22-inch wheel here. Staggered size to 285 front and that big 325 back here. Great looking vehicle, much more sleek, similar length, about just under 200 inches, so similar length to the Bentley Bentayga. Bentayga is about 1.5 inches longer. Same width, sort of 78 inches wide, but this is 3 inches lower. It's about 66 inches high, so just a really sleek and very impressive vehicle. Let's take a look inside. Open up this back end here. Again, you've got those forged letters on the back in the milled carbon fiber. Look at that. Very, very cool. That's literally thousands of dollars to order that separately. Reaching underneath, got a little button under there, which pops up this beautifully finished vehicle. I can't tell you the quality of everything. Look how it's finished. It's just magnificent. This brushed aluminum section as there's all the tailgates. The carpet's obviously magnificent. To open up underneath is a little leather loop. I mean, Aston Martin doesn't skimp on anything. We have an actual inflatable spare tire there, which is rather nice. Really pretty. The bridge of wheel leather. You can see the graining in the leather here on this fold-up display. Really a first-class job. To close it back down, we have our little stop button up here. So touch that. And back down she goes. So going into the back seat, like all Aston Martins, just push on the front of this and it pops the back part out and you're allowed to climb in and out. Really a lovely spec. This one seems to be like every single option. Against this bronze, we have this dark blue leather actually, which is very pretty. Carbon fiber work is spectacular. The finish on it is very glossy. I'm not sure the camera's picking that up, but super glossy. Even the tread plates are carbon fiber. Really beautiful. Look at this quilting in the seats. Really fabulous, and a big car too. Again, being 200 inches long, she's just a nice size. Carbon work. This sunroof is one of the biggest I've seen. It doesn't move, it's just a big glass panel. Pretty heavily tinted. But look at that Alcantara headliner. What a great car. So powering this big beast under this enormous hood. Look how huge it is. It's massive. Here we have this Mercedes-Benz sourced 4-litre twin-turbo 8-cylinder. You can see that the turbochargers down in there, the compressor housing's all shrouded up there. And again, lots of heat coming out of here, so that heat escapes through this kind of chimney out through these vents either side. So that's just a great idea to get that heat out of there. The structure itself, of course, a lot of aluminum in there, just beautifully done, and that's what saves some weight. She's about 4,940 pounds as it sits here, so 500 pounds lighter than the equivalent Bentayga. The engine produces in this guy's 542 horsepower, 516 pounds of torque, mostly driving the rear wheels back there, but of course it can switch to up front, and if I switch it into its off-road mode, then it's the wheels, the power is moving around constantly. This subframe is beautiful. Look at all the details in this. It's just incredible. Absolutely awesome. Again, the carbon work down the side, just fabulous. The finish on this vehicle is one of the better SUVs I've ever seen. It's absolutely stunning. We have the Mercedes MCT, the 9-speed transmission in the car, which I've talked about in a previous review that I'll link at the end on the Mercedes GT63S. So climbing inside, look at this. It looks like a beautiful brogue pair of shoes. The leather work is just fantastic. Good old bridge of wheel, all your seating controls, of course. Lumbar support is this little black one here, memory positions and everything else. Heating, cooling as you'd expect. Really excellent quilting on the seats. You got the Aston Martin wings embroidered in there. But let's climb inside. So driver's eye view, just beautiful. This wheel's a lovely shape, a nice thick rim, but not enormous, not as big as a BMW, but bigger than some of the other Aston Martin wheels, I think. The magnesium paddles, just magnificent. And all of this carbon fiber work inside, and loads of buttons for different mode selectors and so on. Really very pretty. Up here, I've got our adaptive cruise control, lots of cool stuff. In typical Aston Martin fashion, we have this beautiful leather work. Look at the way this is all creased up. It's beautiful, absolutely awesome. So I got our gear selector here, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to push and hold engine start button, and it comes to life. Really great sound out of that big V8. And here we go. So let's get going in this car and see how we do. Down in the center, we got our mode selector up and down. So I'm going to push the forward one. Top left up here, it says GT currently. And then it will allow me to select. I went to the terrain, so the all-wheel drive section there. And the vehicle height is adjusting now. She's getting higher. That's cool. Then I've got another Terrain Plus, which again makes the car more performance-oriented for off-road use. Actually lowers it just a little bit. Right, so let's go back down. We've got GT would be the normal road as you'd start. Individual allows you to select your modes. On the screen in the center here, you can now start picking and choosing what you like. I'm going to click one more down. And we've got Sport, but let's go into Sport Plus. There we are. And all the display changes. My exhaust opens up now. All pops and bangs as she starts to wake up. Very fortunate with my job to spend some time around some beautiful vehicles, but I have to tell you, this is quite easily the best quality feeling SUV that I've ever sat in. The leather work is absolutely everywhere. The entire door panel, including that speaker grille, is all leather. It's just unbelievable, the quality of everything. The big 12.3-inch screen, of course, makes it very modern. So you're getting the best of the Aston Martin and all of the new electronics. What a great mix. Well, I'm pretty excited to drive this truck. This is really a great idea. Let's give it a whack. Jesus Christ. Wow. So 3.8 to 60 miles an hour. Let's go into Batman's corner here. Got traction control off. Just amazingly flat. Very, very impressive. Let's hit it. Yeah. Boy, you'd never think this is an SUV. Very, very over 16 inches on the road. Let's hit them. Whoa! Boy, amazingly stable at speed. Very, very impressive. We're coming down to our hard right-hander here. Let's try second. Road's a bit slippery, but just comes out really hard. You would never think this is an SUV. Really very cool. What's fun is once you start messing with the different modes, it will actually almost tow 6,000 pounds. So kind of a multi-purpose vehicle, as the name suggests. It's really a triumph, I think. Looking out the front window here, the windshield, we're starting to spit rain a little bit. I've flicked the windshield wipers, and you watch how much of the windshield these wipers cover. Absolutely amazing. It's easily the most coverage of any windshield wiper I've ever seen. I just get a little piece here and a little piece here. The whole rest of the windshield is clear. Have that excellent backup camera, of course, 360 again. I think it looks like a Mercedes-Benz type camera just by these lines and so on. When I put it into drive, it then switches back to the front camera as you're going forwards. So they've really given us some nice technology in the car that's very, very impressive. I do love this big 12.3-inch screen. Amazing look from the front there. The daytime running lights down here, just beautiful. The key is nice too. Aston Martin on the side. You get the wings on the end. Some pretty simple buttons on the front there. But I've been inside the vehicle for quite a while now. I'm trying to find an extensive use of plastic, and I can't. Everything is leather. Great storage areas. But look at this one. It is enormous. Your phone fits nicely in here. Little buttons to open up your trunk under there. But very, very impressive. Even that is full leather. So rear seat passengers here again get spoiled with the carbon fiber that pass through to the front seat. Beautiful stitching work. Little pass-through magazine rack. Excellent seating controls and heating down here, of course. All your stuff, you can adjusting temperatures. Seat heating and seat cooling in the back. 2 USBs. They've really taken care of the rear seat passengers. What a fabulous car this is to drive. I've really enjoyed driving this SUV. It's just unbelievably beautiful. The color is fantastic. This roof spoiler blends in very beautifully. You can see it is a true spoiler. The air is passing down through there. This big glass roof is fantastic. And of course inside we've already seen that it is the full roof. You have the lights in typical Aston Martin fashion painting our wings there. What a cool car. Really a true performance car. It just happens to be in the shape of an SUV for the extra storage. Very, very impressive. 3.8 seconds to 60. Lots of vehicles will do that. But 9 seconds to 100 miles an hour in an SUV, I think is truly very, very impressive. I've really loved the car. This is a very high spec, of course. It's got the carbon everywhere and so on. But what a great color. Golden Saffron, again, is the name. And really excellent. Inside these daytime running lights, you actually have a little vent. You might see it there. A little air curtain sending stuff down the side. But really a beautiful machine. So, thanks for watching. That's the 2021 Aston Martin DBX. I've really enjoyed driving the car. It's very, very impressive. I kind of think it's kind of cool. All these manufacturers are coming out with these crossovers and SUVs in this ultra luxury end. It makes them just expanding that scope of these brands. I'm going to put down here the review I'd recently done on the Bentley Bentayga, so you can take a look at that as a comparison. And I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you.